Hello at magandang araw mga kasangga. Isa na namang araw ng talakayan ang hatid ko sa inyo. Welcome here in Subcyclopedia. If hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, mag-subscribe ka na and click the notification bell for you to be notified for the updates and new uploaded videos.
Good day, our dear grade students. Welcome again here in our subject. Welcome to Contemporary Philippine Arts from the region. Kumusta? I hope you're all well and doing good because I have so meaningful things in store for you. And before we formally begin with our new lesson, particularly with our day 19 or module 19, Getting to Know the Philippines Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan Awardees in 1993 and 1998. Allow me first to introduce to you the learning objectives that you should be able to learn after this lesson. At the end of this activity, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to first familiarize oneself with the lives and works of the Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan Awardees of 1993 and 1998. Second is to learn and appreciate the significant efforts of the awardees in preserving and promoting Filipino traditional practices. And for us to be more specific with our objectives for today, here are the things that we are going to answer. First, who are the renowned Gamaba awardees in 1993, who are the Gamaba awardees in the year 1998, and of course, last, what are their famous contributions in the field of arts? So without further ado, let's start with our discussion. First, we have Ginao Bilog. He is Hanuno Mangyan from Mansalay, Mindoro. Already stepped in the wisdom that the ambahan is a key to the understanding of the Mangyan soul. Ginao took it upon himself to continually keep scores of ambahan poetry recorded, not only on bamboo tubes but on old dog-eared notebooks passed on to him by friends. Ambahan is a traditional form of poetry by the Hanuno Mangyan people of Mindoro. Ginao shared old and new ambahans with his fellow Mangyans and promotes this poetic form in every occasion. As I've said last our face-to-face discussion, we talk about on how or what are the characteristics and the criteria or qualifications for us or for you or for that person to become an awardee. And as Mr. Ginao Bilog shared old and new ambahans with his fellow Mangyans and promotes this poetic form in every occasion. And until now, ginagamit pa rin itong itong instrument na ginawa ni Mr. Ginao. Next is we have Masino Intaray. He is a musician and of course a storyteller. A gifted poet, bard, artist, and musician who was born near the head of the river in Macagua Valley on the foothill of Mantalingayan Mountain in Palawan. An outstanding master of the basal, kulilal, and bagit. A basal or gong music ensemble, kulilal is a highly lyrical poem expressing passionate love song with the accompaniment of the kushapi or the two-string lute. Yan, played by a man, and pagang bamboo zither, played by a woman. Okay? Yan, that is Masino Intaray, a musician and of course a storyteller. And in connection to his contribution, we have this one, the bagit. A bagit is a strictly instrumental music depicting the rhythms, the movements, and of course the sounds of nature, birds, monkeys, snakes, chirping of insects, rustling of leaves and the elements, and of course the like. Okay? This is a unique and of course sabihin nating napakagandang instrument. And of course, it difficult, diba, to use and to practice when it comes to playing this instrument, diba? He has the creative memory Of course, clarity of intellect and spiritual purpose that enable him to chant all through the night. For the successive nights, countless tutol or tultul, we have epics, the sudsungit or the narratives, and the tuturan or the myths of origin and teachings of the ancestors. Diba? Here's a huge contribution of Masino Intaray regarding music and of course literature. Next is we have Samaon Sulaiman. Of course, he is a musician. He is from Mama Sapano, Maguindanao. He has achieved the highest level of excellence in the art of kuchiapi playing. What is all about kuchiapi? Okay, kuchiapi or kujapi, it is a two-stringed instrument fitted both lute. Okay, the Maguindanao kuchiapi is one of the most technically demanding and of course difficult to master among Filipino traditional instruments, which is one reason why the younger generation is not too keen to learn it. Of course, diba? We all know about the kuchiapi or kujapi, one of the most technical and of course difficult, demanding to master among all the Filipino traditional instruments. And that is a contribution, okay, of Mr. Samaon Sulaiman. Ayan. And of course, at 35, he became the most acclaimed kuchiapi o kujapi master and teacher of his instrument in Libutan and other barangays of Manganoy town in Mama Sapano. He has influenced other acknowledged experts in kujapi in the area, such as Ismael Ahmad, Bitol Sulaiman, Nguda Latif, Ali Ahmad, and of course, Tukal Nanalon. Okay? Of course, these people are renowned Filipino musicians, and they use kujapi for them to express what they feel, for them to express their emotions. Next is we have the Langdulay. Okay? Of course, mastered in textile weaver. She is a tibuli from Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. She is a traditional weaver of the tinalak or tibuli cloth. Tinalak is a tedious process that begins with stripping the stem of the abaca plant to get the fibers, decoxing even finer fibers for the textile, then drying the threads and tying each strand by hand. O, diba? Dito yung process, napakahirap, napakamasinsinan ang proseso sa paggawa ng tibuli cloth. Okay? Ayan. First is getting the abaca plant, diba? Stripping the stem of the abaca plant. And of course, after that, the coaxing even finer fibers for the textile. Next is drying the threads, and last, tying each strand by hand. And of course, ngayon, dahil nga we are now in the 21st century, Industrial Revolution, we have this so-called the machines. Diba? Sila na ang mga gumagawa, sila na ang gumagawa ng proseso para mapabilis ang proseso sa paggawa ng tibuli cloth or other cloth. In connection to her contribution to the field of textile weaving, Lang Dulay knows 100 designs, including the buling langit or the clouds, the ban kairing or hair bangs, and the kabangi or the butterfly, each one is special for the stories it tells. Her textiles reflect the wisdom and the visions of her people. Upon learning that she was being considered to be one of the Gawad sa Manlilikha Bayan Awardees, tears of joy fell from her eyes. She thought of the school that she wanted to build, a school where the women of her community could go to perfect their art. Diba? That's one of the biggest and of course highest award that she received. Diba? And of course, as an individual, you have that vision, the vision to continue the traditional clothing of people there in Tibuli. Next is we have Salinta Monon. a textile weaver. She is a Tagabana o Tagabawa Bagobo from Bansalan, Davao del Sur. She and her sister are the only remaining Bagobo weavers in her community, and she started weaving at 12. And the age of 65, she can identify the design as well as the author of a woman piece just by a glance. Her contribution all her life, she has woven continuously. Through her marriage and 6 pregnancies, and even after her husband's death, Salinda has built a solid reputation for the quality of her work and the intricacies of her designs. Of the many designs she weaves, her favorite is the binuaya or the crocodile, which is one of the hardest to make. Okay, and that's the end of our discussion. If you have clarifications or things to be clarified, don't hesitate to ask me, to message me through our messenger. You can PM me. Always make your parents proud. Thank you, and God bless everyone.